If your church is already exhausted thinking about planning their trunk or treat this year, hang tight. I've got 3 fall outreach ideas that are really fun, budget friendly, and don't require a ton of volunteers. These are all ideas that our church is doing this year and we have done in years past. And I'm also going to give you a free link to the coloring book that you can get printed and hand out at your fall event as well. All right, let's get into it. All right, the first fall outreach activity that you guys are going to do is you are going to work the concessions at your local high school football game. We have done this. This will be our 4th year in a row, and I love it. It is such a great way to serve the community, to show up, and it is free. It is completely free. It will not cost you a dime to work the concession stand. They are hungry for volunteers. And so we usually work on a night where the parents particularly want to be out of the stands. Oftentimes it is the parents working the concession stand. So like on senior night or homecoming night, we volunteer as a church to come in and run the concessions. Now, here's how we make sure that the people in our community know it's our church. We have our church logo printed on t-shirts that are in the school colors. And I think that this is so key. That's why we printed the black and red Refuge Christian shirts, because I wanted to make sure that we could wear our Refuge Christian shirts at any of the sporting events. So wear your high school colors shirt with your church logo on there. If you have hats, man, wear those, right? Let's show a little school spirit, but also rep the church. I think that's incredibly important. And then just show up, have a great time. You're going to need, I think every time we've done it, 8 to 10 people. What is so great about this though is this is a volunteer activity that is fast-paced. Anybody can jump in and do it. It doesn't require super spiritual skills. And so people that are newer to volunteering, they usually feel very comfortable jumping into something like that. And because it's so fast paced and fun, when they get done, they feel accomplished. Like my volunteers love this every year. It is hectic, it is busy, but it is such a great outreach event. So try that this year. Contact your local high school and volunteer to work concessions. Wear that school pride shirt with your church logo, and I think that outreach will be a great way to bless your community. All right, the second outreach activity that you're going to do is you are going to join the local fall festival. Guys, we've got to stop thinking that our events have to just be at our church. Do the events that are already happening in the community. The community will appreciate it. They want those events to go well. So help them by setting up a booth, and set up an interesting one. We have hired face painters in the past. We did a relaxation station one year because it is so stinking hot during our fall festival. So we set that up, and we had the local college university football game playing on the TV there. That was super important for the dads. They appreciated that. This year we are going to partner with a local pet rescue, and we are going to have a Kiss a Pup booth, and the idea will be hopefully a mini adoption booth. But just fun ideas like that are engaging, that are interesting. Those are things that you want to do at your booth. But so rather than have this big event at your church and try to invite people in, go to them, get out in the community. And while you're there, you're going to invite them back to this next outreach event. So keep in mind, you go out in the community, but have something when you're out in the community that you can then invite the community back into. All right, and this is the event that you're going to invite them back to. You're going to invite them back to a bonfire. Now, we have done this in years past where we'll actually go to a local corn maze, and our local corn maze has bonfire pits, and so we kind of combine a fun corn maze event for the kids and then a bonfire. But listen, the bonfire in and of itself is great. You roast s'mores, but let's make them fancy. Don't just have Hershey chocolates. Have Reese's peanut butter cups, have Carmelos, have almond joys, have peppermint patties, right? Just have lots of different chocolate that they can add in there. And then my husband always makes homemade apple cider, and it is wonderful. So apple cider is great. Coffee, always a fan favorite. Or you can do hot chocolate, or all three, right? It's just a lot of fun. Bonfires are a great way. Everybody loves them in the fall. It is the perfect fall activity. And so it's something that as you're at that fall festival, you can invite people back to. So I think of it as like a boomerang event, right? You go out in the community and then you bring them back in with something like a bonfire. This is a wonderful way to connect to your community. The community loves it. We love it. And so it is a ton of fun. So invite them back to a bonfire. All right, churches, outreach does not need to be expensive. It doesn't need to be complicated, right? Any size church, any size budget can absolutely do outreach. And these 3 events, listen, they're for churches of all sizes and all size budgets. They are effective, they're fun, and they're a fabulous way to make connections into your local community. And listen, I got a couple of resources to hopefully help you out with that. The first is this adorable coloring book. I created this for one of our outreach events and it was a hit. And so I will provide for you the PDF files as well as the Canva template so you can make changes. So you can add your church information back here on the back as well. But these were great to hand out. The kids loved them. So this is a free resource. If you guys want that, click on the link below. The other resource I have is a 52-week church playbook. It has 52 different outreach ideas, all organized seasonally so that you guys can plan your outreach events. And these outreach events are similar to what I shared here. They're inexpensive. They don't require a ton of volunteers. So again, any size church can do it. So if you want that $9 outreach ebook, that link is in the description below as well. And hey, if you're a pastor or a church outreach leader and you are ready to go from the planning stage to the follow-through stage, I've got something special launching this month. It's called the Field Team. And this month I'm launching my beta group for church leaders. It's weekly support, strategy, and accountability. And the goal is to help church leaders like you and I reach and lead boldly into our communities. Beta members of the group do get a special discounted rate, and we're gonna start that this month. If you wanna join the Field Team, the link is in the descriptions below. All right, leaders, listen, don't let another season pass in survival mode. Let's lead on purpose. Try these outreach ideas today.